Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're coming to you with a shootout.
It's the Laphroaig Shootout.
Test it!
Let's test it.
All right, Bruno, list them off left to right. That's what we got, 1 through 7. We got 7 Laphroaigs. Go.
Laphroaig 10.
Boom.
Laphroaig 10 Cask Strength.
That's my favorite.
Laphroaig Quarter Cask.
All right, and we're coming over to the Laphroaig Triple Wood. We got Laphroaig Select. Then we're coming over to the 15-year anniversary edition. Whoop, whoop. And then finally the 18-year smooth peat. Hold on. Woo! Game face! Game face, baby. For those that have seen the shirt, you knew it was coming. You knew the gorilla was getting ready to show his game face.
I think you're so tall, you need to do it again. I think you actually went off the
screen. Game face! He just wanted to see that belly.
I don't think it was recording.
Game face! Game face! All right, the dog's starting to get excited. She's like, what's all the yelling going on? I'm excited. Why am I excited, Bruno?
Because you love Laphroaig.
Love it. This is like my dream shootout. For those that don't know what a shootout is, we will take, although we've never taken 7, we will take several whiskeys from the family. They're all very similar. It's usually very hard to kind of tell them apart if you're trying them separately. We'll do it all at once. We know what's in here. We used to do these secretly.
We could, and we may still do them the other way too, where they're blind and we kind of pick what we think which one is. This is, I'd hate to try to do it with 7.
Yeah.
And also to me, once I get peat on my palate, it's kind of hard to start different.
So
we'll see what
poetry.
happens.
Peat on my palate.
Peat on the palate.
Wow.
There's another t-shirt.
Here's what we found out. When they're in the same family, they're so hard to actually tell the difference to. What we get the most value of and what we've heard from the commenters is us saying, hey, this is an 18. Look at that. That 18 compares real well with the 10-year. Or it turns out I like the 10-year more than the 15. Mm-hmm. So it's real good to know what we're doing here. Bear with us because as we're both nosing and tasting, there is a little bit of downtime. We're not doing the deal where one's talking while the other one's tasting. But trust me, I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually do that familiar comparison, one sitting, bring that value to you guys. Mm-hmm. On a quick side note, don't forget, we've got this contest going on. Check the other episodes. We're not going to go into that here.
That's right.
But you're going to want to go to Scotch Test Dummies. Give us your YouTube username, blah, blah, blah. Watch a couple other episodes. Let's get back.
Mainly go to the Dalmore King Alexander. We give you good details on the giveaway and get them there.
All right. I think we should start from one down.
First one,
yeah.
Laphroaig 10-year.
So Laphroaig 10, this is your standard offering here. This is their opener. The Cask Strength is to follow. Obviously, we got that briny peatness. Let's try to stay in tandem, and then we'll just kind of...
Yeah, that's fine. A briny peatness, and this is 43%.
Smoky, strong sweetness, caramel. Almost like a melting of cotton candy. Beautiful.
Melting of cotton candy.
Oh, yeah. When that cotton candy melts in your mouth and gives you that burst of sweetness, that explosion of sweetness.
I don't know. I can say, I mean, the peat is strong. The peat is strong with this one.
Okay.
And then there is a sweetness in there with it.
Well, I'm glad you recognize.
So I've come along a little bit because I can tell you before, I would have told you, there's peaty.
Oh, I know. Check that out. So you get a forefront of that ashtrayishness, and then it goes right into the sweetness. Dissolving cotton candy. Let's hit the Cask Strength 10-year. Same thing, 10-year, uncut. So this is you getting that full experience. What's the ABV on this?
58.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to get that same kind of 10-year Laphroaig, but this is strong, baby. This gives you the ability to water it down as you go, as you savor it.
You know, on the nose, I just get peat. I don't really get that it's strong. It's not burning. It's not burning my nostrils.
No, it's not. Wait till you put this deliciousness in your mouth.
Like 2 drops come out.
Yeah. Big O happened right there. God, that's why I love that. I mean, let's while he's tasting this, let me make no pretense about it. The Cask Strength Laphroaig 10-year is currently my favorite Scotch out there. Yep, bingo, that's why.
Cigarette butt.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Strong.
Powerful, powerful.
I like the 10-year better than that.
The 10-year is sweetness, very well balanced.
But now with that, I guess you'd be able to bring that down.
That's what I do with it. I'll actually bring that cask strength down a little bit. I bet you I bring that cask strength down to about a 46 ABV.
I'm going to do that. Let's do that real quick.
46 is kind of my
water.
deal. Wow. Sacrilege. No, not really. You can add water to whatever you want. You're going to try it again?
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to move through this a little bit faster, but we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. I like shootouts are usually quick. Wow, he's cracker tasting. He actually said he wanted to do some cracker because the peat is so strong. The difference is here, everything's peated. So it's not
There's
like
a little bit of a mintiness, almost like a evergreen.
Okay.
With the cask strength, and maybe it's a combination of both of them there, but
I just love the power that brings. I'm with you on that. I'll get a little bit. It's almost like that natural wild growing mint. If you were to pluck a leaf, throw it in your mouth, and just kind of chew on it a little bit. There's no attached sugary sweetness with it. All right, you ready to move on, or you want to try?
I got a drop of water in here.
Got a drop of water. I'm going to need some more of that 10-year a little bit, cask strength a little bit later. Wow. All right, so again, just going from the regular 10-year, you can't go wrong with this. It actually feels very well presented. What was the ABV on that?
43.
It's 43 on the 10-year. Then we go into the cask strength. Now we're going into the
I still
quarter
don't get the sweetness with the cask strength that I get with the standard.
I would
10-year.
agree. I would agree. I think the 10-year is a little bit sweeter, but you get a little bit more of that alcohol punch, a little bit more of that robustness with that cask strength.
So those two, I'm still going just standard Laphroaig 10.
Gotcha. So you're still leaning that way. Now the cask strength is beautiful, or the quarter cask. They actually take these little casks and they kind of bump it up how they're going to age it a little bit quicker in there. I thought maybe they did something else with it too, but I can't remember. All right.
It's a smaller cask,
yeah,
so the
tiny,
whiskey gets a lot more intimate contact with the wood. Basically.
Intimate surface area.
Yeah.
Boom, yeah. Yes. I like how you
So it
said
ages
intimate.
quicker,
Yes.
kind of?
I
Even?
don't know if it ages quicker, but it's got,
No.
you're right though, it's got more surface area, so it's in and out. It's oscillating in and out.
I know
of
with
that charcoal
bourbons,
wood.
a lot of companies, startups will use the 5-gallon casks
Wow.
because it's smaller and it does age quick. I mean, there's so much more wood contact with the whiskey; it does age quicker.
So let's
I would
lean
imagine
in, baby.
it's the same with the scotches.
I would imagine.
And actually,
you're right.
this doesn't have an age statement on it, so this could be
It's an NAS.
younger than the
Highly
10-year.
highly rated. And this one's been the one that I'm very intrigued to try it with the family. You ready? You cleansed? You need
And
some
this
water.
is what 48%. So this one's a little bit higher. Third one back.
You get that strong peat up front. You get a little twinge of iodine in there. Some people even say maybe a little bit of sourness. And it sweetens up on the back end. But it sweetens up more like a toffee instead of a caramel. And it lingers with a little bit of that ashtrayiness that's kind of common from the peat. You're killing me. You going with more water in that one?
We haven't added it yet.
I know. But
I tried one sip.
Second one. All right, I don't want to get on you. What are you getting on it?
Peat,
do what you're doing.
To me, that's real similar to the cask strength.
We'll do it again.
Just
you
moving.
think?
I'm out of the cask strength. I had 2 little sips in there. I can get a little bit more. I got a little sip in there, I guess, but.
We got to move this quicker. We're too slow.
No, we're doing
Wow.
right.
Come on, now compare that.
You got to be able to talk it and compare it. You just don't shoot it. Boom, 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 done. That's what you
Remember
get.
how we
That's
did
what
the
you
R
got.
bag? I know we only had 3. Wow. You got to do them in quick succession to each other to get that difference. You can tell this is a little bit younger. You can tell it's younger than that 10-year cask strength. It's a little bit more of a raw spirit. Has not been aged as long. I'm with you. I bet you it's 8-year. I think that's an 8-year, maybe even a 7.
That's still minty,
You can
though,
tell.
too. I get a lot of the mint
Yeah.
coolness in my mouth
Yes.
just as I'm breathing in and stuff after I've drank it.
I agree. I'm moving on to the triple wood. We're going to hit this triple wood now. And you had a good point earlier. I wasn't so sure. You wanted to put the 15 and 18 last. peated whiskeys will mellow the longer they are in cask. So it's going to get softer and more mellow as it gets a little bit older, which is why I think we're getting a little sparkiness off of that quarter cask.
Now the triple wood has been in what?
Grab that, yeah. It's quarter cask.
Triple matured in ex-bourbon barrels.
Yep.
Quarter casks.
Bingo.
And finally in European oak to create a subtle marriage of peat, wood, and a touch of sherry sweetness.
Now again, this is an NAS, and you can taste some of that raw whiskey in there. It does have a bit more of the sweetness that I can get from both probably that bourbon cask and the sherry.
I'm getting a definite sweetness. The thing is, I've already got peat has saturated my buds. I can't even smell peat in this, and I didn't in the quarter cask as well. I didn't. I smell. I was like, I don't even smell peat in it. But that's just no. There it is.
Right.
I can smell it. But this one, the sweetness is definitely.
I'm going to agree with everything you said, because you can't really pick that quarter cask peat strength out of there because we just had that quarter cask. But it's definitely on a sweeter nature of it. I can definitely get how both the bourbon cask and the what was the other one? Was it a European oak?
European oak.
Yep, known
sherry.
as butts. I don't know. It doesn't say sherry. You sure it's sherry?
Yeah, it says on the front.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Bingo.
European oak to create a subtle marriage of peat, wood, and a touch of sherry sweetness.
There you go. That is the
And
sweetness.
that's 48% as well, a little bit higher. The standard Laphroaig 10 year has been the lowest at 43%. So 43, 59, 48, 40.
Boom. Coming into the select. And it's been a
I'm
while
still
since
on the-
we reviewed.
I'm still on the
You're
triple
still
wood.
on the triple wood. You're still babying through the triple wood. I'm going to move on to the select. The select, as you're doing that. I'm even trying to remember what is in it. Hand selected casks, if I remember the big thing. Created from carefully selected casks of each of our key styles, with one notable addition. Final maturation in a new American oak, so it's been bourbonized a little bit because it's not a prior fill. And then it even goes on to say, rarely used for Scotch whiskey maturation. 6 months of this maturation takes place in the highest, warmest reaches of the warehouse during the Scottish summer. So they're really trying to get that spirit to oscillate in and out of that charcoal virgin cask. So this should have a little bit of a bourbon note to it as well, ideally.
The triple wood is definitely sweeter, and the peat is smoother than the Laphroaig 10 year.
Wow. And you love this select, don't you? I get a little bit more of a cigarette ashtrayness in the aftertaste, which I don't find as appealing, but it's very smooth and rounded on the forefront. I got to compare this directly with the triple.
I've had the cigarette ash on about all of them.
The triple's offering a little bit more complexity than the others, and it finishes in a much less ashtray Laphroaig way. And it's rounded as well, but it's the most intriguing so far head to head is the triple wood to the select, because they're both very unique in Laphroaig's line anyway.
I'm cleansing my palate here a little bit. I'm getting got too
cleansing.
much peat on there.
Wow. You're going to dig the select again. I think you liked it before a lot. The only thing that's a little bit weird with that select is the peatiness pops up at the end. That ashtrayness comes in at the very latter stages of it. Kind of surprising. It's almost like a role reversal. Interesting. I'm going to do a slight cleansing before I do the 15 and the 18. Both the 15 and the 18 are subtler peats. They matured longer. They're softer, a little bit more delicate, much more delicate than the 10-year Cask Strength. And then I want to roll back through and compare those directly to the 10-year and the 10-year Cask Strength. But these the triple wood and the select are very interesting next to each other.
I just need another splash of this so I can do it. That select is good. It's smooth. It's sweet. The peat is present. I liked that triple wood though. Just as we were going down the line,
Yeah.
to me that triple wood stood out.
Well, I know you like it. I mean, it's a distinct separation.
I'm actually surprised you let me talk there.
Me too. You seem to get perplexed about 3 in. About 3 in, you're like, cracker. So
You're going, go. You got to move to the next one. It's a shootout. We got to go.
He's always slow in the shootout. All right, and when you really shoot, you're not
There's no
slow.
rules. There's no rules to the shootout that it's fast.
But it's called a
And if you
shootout.
want-
A shootout. If you say shootout to somebody and then it's slow, they're like, "What the hell?"
That's your interpretation.
This should be called like
That's-
bocce ball with old people, where we just throw it out there and then you tabulate your score. It's a shootout. When are shootouts slow? By the name shootout, it doesn't mean slow. A shootout's fast. It's
I'm
rapid.
ignoring you.
Yeah, see, now he's ignoring. It's because I killed him on the point there. It's like, well, why is there no rules to a shootout? All right, I've cleansed. We're getting ready to tap into the 15. Now hard
I'm
to get
still
a
on
hold
the
of.
triple wood and the select.
That's all right. There's no rules,
It was
Grandma.
it was okay.
Grandma, there ain't no rules.
It was okay for you to go back and touch on the triple wood again.
How
I've
quickly
got
did I
to
do
move
it?
on.
How
apparently.
quickly did I do it, though? This is like a show here. It's a show where there's people watching. What, are you stressing? You stressing out a little bit? You just had a sigh. Should I back off of you? Velvet Elvis? Should I Velvet Elvis myself? We're in my my ballpark here. I'm loving this. You can take as long as you want to take. I'm just saying it's not very entertaining. We're in the Laphroaig 15, the green barrel is what I call it. Nose is subtle. A little bit of alcohol burn, not nearly as much peat from what I can get. I want to know what this ABV is. This is the 200 year.
43.
Wow, you got good eyes, brother. You'd be good in a shootout. A real one. It's a 43.
Now this has a mild peatiness and sweetness. The sweetness is really on the forefront with it.
What are you on?
Peat. That's the 15 year. I get peat on the select.
Geez, see? Here's what I get with the 15 year. A little bit sour coming in. Wow. This is the one I didn't rate as high as we did them individually. I'm going to come back to that. Maybe I still got a little bit of cracker lingering in there. But boy, has that not stood up with the rest in the line. All right. Now, I know I told you when we did the individual review of the 15, go check that out if you haven't. I don't think it's become rare, but I don't think you're going to be 10, 15 years from now saying, dang, I missed out on that 200-year 15. Boy, that's very unimpressive in the family lineup here. We're going to go to the 18. We're going to go to the 18.
I'm still on the 15.
I'm sorry.
Do I get to talk about it?
You do it. Jump in there. Usually you are quiet and soft and you don't speak up. Go ahead.
It's good. Moving to the 18.
I just got to back that up. You can't just sit there.
I'm on the 18.
You're on the 18? Goodness, you're moving fast. You're going quick. I'm gonna pause and let you enjoy that 18. What say you on the 18?
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, wow. That's good. What else you got?
I'm done. That's it. It's good. I like it too.
Have I made you mad? Did I make you mad? Really mad? I
No.
didn't mean to make you mad. I'm excited, but that's it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is him. He's a little bit mad. The smoke, the peat's way in the background on this. Kind of unfolds as you go. Definitely less distinct, but a finer. I mean, you can tell this peat's been in there in the cask for a while. And now I want to step in back to that original 10 year.
At 18, like a clove sweetness and the mouthfeel of it, really a velvety take over the mouth. Mild peat.
if you want, do the 18 to the 10 to see the difference. Some of you know that I don't necessarily like an older whiskey, especially when it comes to peated. If you're trying a peated whiskey, as I've said, the longer it spends in the cask, the more muted that peat is, the more it mellows out, the more the charcoal purifies it. So if you want that strong peatness at the forefront, you don't mind a 10-year. That's why a Laphroaig 10-year is on par with a lot of 15 and 18-year other scotches.
I like the 18.
I know.
That's definitely. And after that, the 3 wood.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 3 wood.
What do you think of the Select?
It's good too. I think the 3 wood though.
Jesus.
More sweetness and more, I think, that sherry influence on it.
God, I know I'm making people mad, but I'm trying that 15-year again. It just hits me as sour. I mean, maybe I was a little harsh with my earlier descriptive comment. That shocked you.
3 wood.
You like the 3 wood out of all of them? The 18 and the 3 wood. How's the 15 sitting with you amongst all of them?
I don't know. I moved through it too quick.
Now that we've kind of gone through all of them, I think this is where you could delve back in. You could jump back in and now vary up, do a few different things. You could try some stuff. I don't want you to, the first run is good to get it out there.
I don't think we have time.
Oh, we got time, baby. We went 49 minutes with the Bookers on the episode 200.
We're gonna post this and edit, and you're gonna go, man, I was a jackass. I was being a jackass.
You're editing.
To Bruno.
You're editing.
I won't even add anything.
All right. Usually you're gonna add stuff, and you've got total editing power. I'm comfortable with your editing power. You made fun of me before. You can make fun of me again. And you got to remember, this is my dream shootout here. What got me and where you got a little bit quiet was when you said shootouts don't have to be fast, and I just compared it to a real shootout and said, well, I don't know if that's necessarily what's implied by the name. If we call this a tea tasting, that would be slow. If we called this teetotal time, that would be a slow, gentle, long affair, heavy on ceremony. What say you?
Sure.
Nothing else? You ain't got nothing else? Now you're going to shut down on me on like live TV? You're shutting down. Don't shut down. Bring your game face.
Just put in the comments if you think Bart was a jackass.
Put it in the comments if you think I was a JA.
We're like brothers, though. I acknowledge.
I apologize if I'm a JA. I'm a little excited.
You were excited. You were like a.
And you're like, well, hold on. I'm still on my fourth try.
New, like Chris Farley in
Which one?
Tommy Boy. And he's so excited, and he just wants to hold it. He's so excited, and he wants to squeeze it, and then he strangles it because he's so excited.
He's letting out some aggression there. You sounded like Cousin Shane for a second. Hold on, you messed up my hair. Woo!
That's what you were
That's
like.
a little aggression there.
Trying to like bring you down a little bit.
I appreciate you trying to slow down. I can appreciate that. High energy is usually not something you want when you're watching a video. It's not something you're looking for. You're looking for something more subdued, relaxed. What's the German fella? They can go watch him. He would never do this. This is sacrilege. He's got a good show. All right. You've got my deal on the 15. The 15 kind of drops out in this family deal. I'm not digging the 15 as much. What else?
Yeah, it was down there for me. Like I said, I picked out just going down, and the Laphroaig 10-year surprised me, just the sweetness that was coming out with it. Mm-hmm. So Laphroaig 10-year, Cask Strength didn't do it for me. Not as much sweetness and stuff with it. I think I like the sweet with the peat, which came out with the 3 wood, triple wood, and then the 18-year.
Gotcha. So you're not digging the Select as much. You're a fan of
well, the thing is, though, you've really assaulted my taste buds here.
Laphroaig did.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to tell, but I can tell you these 7, the 3 wood, the triple wood, and the 18-year really stood out, and the 10-year surprised me with the sweetness that was coming out with it.
All right, the sectioning off I can definitely tell you is there. The 18 gives you exactly what you would think, a mellowed Laphroaig. A classic, a lot of depth, a lot of flavor, and a lesser punch of the peat. The 10-year Laphroaig and the 10-year Cask Strength, you're exactly right. You're getting a sweet Laphroaig. Their classic 10-year Laphroaig, delicious, can't go wrong. The Cask Strength gives you exactly what you're talking about. That alcohol punch, you can bring it down yourself. You can adjust that ABV how you wish to adjust it. The quarter cask, you're right. It's got to be younger, but they're able to bump it up. It almost compares nicely to the Cask Strength as far as I'm concerned. Kind of interesting how they do that. And the oddities in here definitely for me are the triple wood and the select. I think they've really done something. They've managed to step out from the peat crowd a little bit with their offering of the triple wood and the select. You can distinctly tell the differences from putting these into some different processes. And again, I bought the 15. I love the idea of the 200-year anniversary. The 15 is just fallen very flat with me in the Laphroaig
Well, you bought all of these except for the select was a gift to me.
Huh. Okay. You're right.
From a coworker.
Yep, you are correct.
And then you got all the others, but. I mean, what's your thoughts on the triple wood? I like the triple wood. I think it stands out. Yeah, I just tried the select again, but the sweetness of that triple wood and that sherry coming through, probably out of these 7, and the 18 is real limited and a little bit higher, but even the triple wood is the $70 to $80 range.
The triple wood definitely brings something new, something refreshing. It breaks it away from what you would think would be your standard Laphroaig. And they do it in a very interesting way. That adding of the sherry, the adding of that bourbon cask, that first fill, isn't that what that is? I'm getting confused. It's got the quarter cask, it's got the European oak,
bourbon, and then the sherry
bourbon. Yeah, I'm telling you, that really does something unique and different. So as far as the oddities, the standalones, I think the triple wood does great. You know, I'm always a big fan. Yeah, pour some more. I'm always a big fan of the Cask Strength. But you know what? The other thing that really shined was don't forget about that 10-year. That 43, was this 43 ABV?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That 43 ABV, and we're not even sure we reviewed this. I don't think we have. I think we started with the quarter cask. I know
we did. Yeah, we did the quarter cask and the Cask Strength, and you may be right. We never even did the
We're going to come back and review the Laphroaig 10-year by itself because it really stands up nicely as the leader of the forefront. I just wanted to pull that triple wood out, that 10-year, and then you're definitely, I would agree with you. Now, I love the Cask Strength, but you've got to be a fan of the Cask Strength kind of thing. Because it's definitely bringing you that high ABV. But I would say the core of this family is definitely that entry-level 10. That triple wood hands you something different with these multiple caskings, and that 18 gives you a little bit of that, hey, senior VP kind of thing. You know, that leader of the team.
And I remember, the triple wood was one, we didn't review it that long ago. It was recently, along with the select. But now that I've had it next to these others, and I've even poured myself some more, I love it.
It stands out as a much stronger candidate than the select, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the select's all about, hey, this is a special selected cask. It's good, but it doesn't do what the triple wood does to me. The 15, I'm sorry, that's probably going to linger on my shelf for quite some time. The quarter cask is always a good go-to. What they're able to do with that young NAS, powerful.
Now let's just say these were on sale here a while back, weren't they? Was the quarter cask? Y'all know Cask Strength was?
Yeah.
And the quarter cask and the 10-year?
No.
Just the quarter cask and the Cask Strength. Those were on sale. For what?
You could get a quarter cask for $34.99, and you could get a Cask Strength for $38.99. Steal.
And you bought a case of both, didn't you?
Well, I had some people calling me saying, hey, I know you're going to get some of this. Can you grab me a bottle as well? And I said, if they've got enough. So I went in. I had multiple people in this order. But yeah, don't I definitely got enough that I could hold on to a few. I've had a couple. There were a couple people that didn't contact me back after I had purchased it. I'm not calling them, going, "Hey, I still got your bottle."
Yeah,
if they don't show up, I'm fine paying for the for their bottle because the price has since gone back up. Beautiful, beautiful approach. Everybody knows I love Laphroaig. To nod back to you, you not being a Laphroaig fan, I think a lot of people will be very interested in your opinion. And if I stepped on your opinion, I do apologize right here on the show.
And if you're on it, we're still good. We'll still be shooting videos.
He hurt me a little bit when he grabbed me. There was a little bit of pent up aggression there. It looked like friendly hijinks. I think I might have a bruised retina. I think there was some damage done. Yeah, the hat fell off.
Throat punch you.
You didn't throat punch me. I think you helped show some of the early baldness that's coming on. Yeah, you're like, I'm just playing with it. I'm like, that hurt a little bit. A little bit of hurt. That was a little painful. I can tell you're mad. You're very strong, even though you're a slighter man. All right. I've poured some more of this Cask Strength. I'm going to enjoy it as we leave.
Winner, chicken dinner. Triple wood in the 18 year.
Again, we got more goodness coming. Please subscribe if you're still here now. Throw your comments in. We would love to hear your comments on this.
And help support us on Patreon as well.
Yeah, come into Patreon. And we're going to do a versus, a 10-year Laphroaig against a 10-year Ardbeg. That's coming up soon as well.
Yes.
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Solancha.
Dummies. I could tell that you were like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, he's a little angry.
You were pissing me off, though.
I can tell. I know when I'm pissing you off. You get a little bit quiet, like, fine, okay, fine.
I'm like, no, I'm still.
This
I
one
forget which
tastes
one
like
it was.
Scotch.
I'm like, I was on, and then you just totally moved on and went clear through the select. I'm like, well, I'm still on the triple wood.